1889, Max Planck blew his own mind by discovering an action that appeared to be moving faster than time. So it's a quanta of energy. So he found that there was something beyond the measurement of the time where there was action, and that's Planck's constant, measured as h. 6.626 times 10 to the minus 34 joules seconds. Okay, that's the unit of Planck's constant. So he discovered something, an energy time that is a packet of energy. Now, that breaks all the laws of physics, because you can't have anything moving faster than time. Force equals mass times acceleration. Yeah, rest mass is moving in time, isn't it? You've got your two movements. You've got your resting mass and stationary, and you've got your moving arrow of time. So Planck discovered something that moved faster than that. A packet of energy, a quanta. Victor Levy, 1906, proves what it is. It's electrostatic charge, buzz of a planet. And so you get a sawtooth wave. Each quanta is a sawtooth wave. Initially, it's got several factors to this, of course. So you've got acceleration of the elastica, and that the line that you need to see moving in this is not matter, it's the elastica, the line of tension and bending, and it's a wave in the planet. Cut the planet into a section, draw a tectonic plate, inside that draw a dotted line. That's the boundary between tension inside and negative tension outside. Tension is where you're trying to stretch the material. It doesn't move, it's immobile because of the compression. The compression is greater than the tension, but the tension force is existing there. On the other side of that line, you have negative tension, which is stretching. And so now the tension is resisted not by compressive force, but by stretching force, but the elastic force of the material itself. So the atom, what holds an atom together, hydrogen binding energy, is being revealed here in this negative tension, this negative Poisson's ratio. And this goes into Victor Levy's 1915 concrete water tanks. So Levy is showing, using the concrete water tank analogy, you look at the planet, cut into a section, you've got, and put a mass inside, expanding it, but in balance. And now look at a concrete tank from the top. You've got a mass expanding, force, and it's all in balance. It's exactly the same. So you can analyze the concrete motion of stretching, and it's the stretching of water. It's the only elastic material in concrete. It must be the water stretching, and so now you can see the effect of it. Sawtooth wave, Planck's constant. Acceleration of gravity is from 0 to 9.81 newtons. So the elastica turns over, and you've got a wave this way, and then so because it's inverted, the wave is the other way, but it's balanced by the waves either side. It's peaks and troughs, just exchanging places continually in the elastica. And that creates an acceleration and then a sudden drop in acceleration, because there's a momentum of the elastic water itself. So the wave of the elastica is created by the contraction of the rigid body instant. So the stretch of the planet, of the tectonic plate, water stretches, it meets has an elastic plastic modulus. So you stretch it to a certain point where it yields, and then you've got a plastic response, a Young's modulus. And so now the plastic has to contract, and that takes a duration. Now that duration is long enough for the electric charge, which is released at the top of the sawtooth wave, expressed in the limit of expansion. There's a spark, the voltage potential is realized. That goes back along the plastic wave first. The shortest route, the path of least resistance, is down the plastic wave. Not down through the elastica back towards the expansion. No, it goes through the plastic wave orthogonally through the viscous material, and electric charge moves and meets the yield point where the elastic stretch was at the same time, because the stretch and the plastic exist at the same time, because time itself has been stretched by the electric charge moving backwards. It meets in the middle at the yield point, and the yield point, when you look at it from the top, is a yin-yang, as explained by Victor Levy in his iconic structure. And so the sawtooth wave, the rigid body instant, the straight line, the up and down, is the spark, the moment of consciousness, which is realized in the whole sawtooth wave going the other way. So you have a block wave. Each motion replicates this block wave only with a peak. And so you have a straight line above the elastic line. A point of balance is achieved above the elastica, the surface of the planet, the meniscus, the atmosphere. The atmosphere is the skin of water, separated out into its component parts. And we breathe and do a transform to maintain and transform that buzz down to a usable heartbeat. Boom, boom. Because the electric charge moving backwards through the elastic material, the viscous material, is what occurs at the center of your myocardial fold in your heart. And the spark of light occurs in a moment duration which has been created by the stretching. So time is created by the stretching. All proven by Victor Levy in 1906. Vector potential electrostatic buzz, buzz at the rate h Planck's constant. So h and c, absolutely relative to each other. Neither are fixed, but they're both constants. They're the coefficients relative to each other. And you can use graphs or matrices to derive the solution depending on how small you want to go. The graphs are most useful for engineers. The matrices are most useful for the physicists looking at the detail, the nonsense. Yeah? You don't see the big picture. You see nothing. You just see detritus. This is what you're being shown now. Tunguska event is evidence 2 years after Victor Levy's dissertation in physics. That's the experiment that proves that's what a nuclear explosion does. Yeah, not the firestorms. And that the world is about to change. It has changed when you grasp this information. That the sawtooth wave creates a boundary above the bending force, the Goldilocks zone. Welcome home. God loves you. Christ is your king. Follow the Rebel King.